Good evening, everybody.
Welcome.
It's Claire.
And Dave.
And it's Tasty Thursday.
It is.
And we have a cheesy casserole for you tonight.
We do?
We do.
Awesome.
With croissants.
Awesome. And
Bacon.
I have a nice warm wintry drink called a Rumchata hot cocoa.
So we're going to get started. We've done some prep work, and that is we took a whole package of bacon and we put it onto the bar pan, which is one of our pieces of stoneware, 450 degrees, about 20 minutes. And what it does is it crisps up your bacon really nice. And I like to take the rest of this, put it in a Ziploc bag, and when I want to have a BLT or I want to use it in salad or a recipe, I can just grab it and it's all ready to go. I also took our enameled casserole and I took some croissants and put these in here. Now let me show you this awesome trick. You can see, you can just take your croissant, put it right in, and in our closing cut, and remember it gives on both sides, so I just cut and it cut it right perfectly in half. Now let me tell you, the ones that I didn't use this with didn't look so pretty. So I'm just making a third of this recipe. So I took 2 of those, put them in my enameled piece here, and baked it for about 6 minutes. And they're crisp and not as soft as the other ones. And I am just going to take some of my bacon grease and I am going to put that into my pan because we don't want stuff to stick. These are so nice because they look pretty, they cook well, they keep your food nice and hot for a long period of time, but they can go in the dishwasher, and I love that, especially because our dishwasher works. Yay! All right, so we have this in here, and then we're just gonna go ahead and put our croissants right back inside of the pan. They fit perfectly before, so we'll see if we can do that again. Alrighty, so in my batter bowl, I have some eggs. I have 3, and I'm adding a cup of whole milk, and we're just gonna whisk that up. And then I'm gonna add some heavy cream. So I'm gonna add about 1/3 of a cup and just pour that in, just like so. We're gonna add some salt and pepper. And I love this recipe because during the holidays, we like to eat egg bakes, and they're so nice because you can do them a couple days ahead. And they have so much flavor. You can doctor it up with whatever you have. If we had it, I would put mushrooms in here tonight, maybe some bell pepper. If you want to be holiday-ish, you could put some red peppers in here and it would look really pretty. We're gonna put some thyme in, and then just, in fact, I'm gonna put this in my hand, just a little bit of cayenne pepper, just to give it a little zip, but not too much zip. All right, so we'll whisk that up, and then we're going to add 2 types of cheese. So for this, we're going to use mozzarella. That's our base cheese, and then the other cheese, you can do whatever you like. So I'm going to do the coarse grater on our mozzarella, and I'm leaving the wrapper on, so I'm not touching the cheese. And we're going to use about 1/3 of a cup. Might be even more than that, but that's okay if you like cheese. And then the second one, you can kind of use whatever you want. This one, I'm using some onion garlic cheese just for some flavor. And it is kind of like a Parmesan, so it's going to have the salt. So I just want to make sure with the bacon and the salt and pepper, I don't have too much of that going on. Nothing like too much salt. Okay, so we have those on the fine grater. I'm going to take about 3/4 of this each and mix this in like so. And we are going to pour this over the top. And we want to make sure that we're getting that milk over all of the croissants, which have been crisped. Usually we have done something called a strata, and that's very similar to this, and it uses old bread. So the croissants, I think, will add a nice texture and a different flavor. So we have that all in there. We are going to add some chives. So we're just going to cut these over the top. Just going to add color, but it's also going to add some flavor. Okay. And then we're going to add some bacon. So I just take the shears and I just slice this up. I'm making these kind of substantial size pieces. Since it's for two, we're only using about 2, maybe 3 pieces of bacon. But you can decide.
What do we do with the rest of it?
We're putting it in a baggie.
Oh.
Just like so. And then we're going to take the rest of our cheese, put it over the top, like so. Make sure all of the bread is getting saturated. And this is going to go into a 350-degree oven for about 30 to 40 minutes, and then it will be done. So let me just show you, if our whole family was here, I would be putting this in a much different pan than I am tonight.
Put it in.
Sure, that'd be awesome. So we do have an enameled size that will hold a turkey, and this is a great size when you are making maybe a double batch of this breakfast, or you're doing cheesy potatoes or any of that. It's so much better than having one of those foil containers and dumping it all over your oven, which has happened to me in the past. So very simple. This will come out in about 30 to 40 minutes and we will have supper. So doctor it up however you like. Make it ahead of time. It'll be a big hit with your family during the holidays. You ready?
Yep.
Alrighty.
So I'm making a Rumchata hot cocoa, and I've already started the process because we have to simmer up 2.5 cups of whole milk. I've got that simmering here. To that we are going to add 1/4 cup of granulated sugar and 2 ounces of cocoa powder. I'm going to mix that all together, get all the lumpy stuff out of there. This is what do you call this? This is the new whisk that we have.
Whisk silicone.
It's pretty cool. It works really well with the cookware and with pretty much anything. All right, so I've got this pretty much mixed up, and then to that I am going to add 6 ounces of chocolate chips. And we're going to melt those in here. See how long it takes to do that. This is going to be a nice, rich, chocolatey beverage for such a nice cold night.
Around the fire.
Around the fire. Which would be indoors if we were having a fire tonight because it's chilly outside and very, very windy. Battling a little bit of a cold this week, so I sound a little sniffly and a little groggy, but it's okay. Okay. Now, once this is all melted, I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Can you do this? Yeah.
But I've got to wait for that to melt. So while I'm waiting for that, I am going to make some whipped cream in the whipped cream maker. I've got 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar in here, a little bit of vanilla. And I'm going to fill this with heavy whipping cream up to the line. This will be the topping for our beverage. How's it going there, Claire?
Good. Almost done.
Almost done.
I love this whisk.
It's easy to use.
Did you need me to help you?
No, I'm all right.
Okay.
I think I'm okay. All right, we're gonna let that sit for just a second. The glasses we're gonna use are just some glass coffee mugs, and I'm gonna dip them in some caramel. Oopsies. Hold on to the plate when you do that. And then into some sugar cinnamon mixture. You've got a nice little rimmed coffee glass. Hold on to the plates.
Don't you love live?
Love live. Gotta love live. All right, so we've got our glasses almost. I missed a little spot. There we go.
I love the angle on this, so I can just kind of let that rest.
Okay, so once that is all simmered up, we're going to add our teaspoon of vanilla and our half a cup of rumchata. Rumchata, and then we're gonna mix. I'm gonna do this a little bit more while you're mixing.
Okay.
Thanks for helping making my cocktail tonight, Claire.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right.
I hear it's everybody's favorite part, so I got to get in on that part of the
Oh,
game.
the drinks part?
Yeah,
No, that I don't know about.
I do.
All right, so we've got a nice, smooth whipped topping. And of course, you know, this whipped topping isn't just for drinks. You can use it for apple pie and pumpkin pie and graham crackers, and or just eat it with a spoon. That's my favorite thing to do.
You know my favorite part of this pot?
The removable handle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
do
can
love
take the
that.
handle right off, dishwasher safe, all of that. Okay, so now this is all done.
I got it
You got it on? Okay.
That would be
I'm
terrific.
going to pour this into this cup without making a big mess. I have done it. This is a 2-serving recipe. That is off. We're going to set that over here. And then I'm going to daub a little bit of whipped cream on the top. And then I'm going to garnish that with, you can shave some chocolate on the top if you want. I'm just going to put a little bit of caramel on the top. And you have yourself a nice rumchata hot cocoa.
Ooh.
That was pretty full. Claire, you want to take a sip of that? Let me know.
Or should I be like a Hallmark?
You can be like the Hallmark mustache thing.
Like that?
This would be very good for my cold. Yeah, well, you gotta do better than that. All right,
Delicious. Really, really delicious.
so
That's
that's
it.
our stuff for tonight.
Stay warm. We'll see you next
See
time.
you next time.